Hi, it's Amanda Gore. I'm a keynote speaker, a workshop presenter on all manner of things really. But today we're talking about creating joyful cultures. And my background is pretty eclectic. I started off in physical therapy and wellness, moved into stress communication. I have a bachelor's in physical therapy, a major in psychology, master's in neurolinguistics and nonverbal communication and group dynamics. And anyway, a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of things. However, most of my clients these days are asking me to address three core issues. The first is recruiting and retaining staff. The second is creating positive cultures. And the third is helping people adapt to change. And so I would like to just give you a little teeny piece of each of those and let you know that I've created a new workbook that's free. It's called Creating Joyful Cultures, and you can download it just by clicking up here. I imagine it's going to be up there. You know what videos are like these days. Anyway, so let's go back to how can we recruit and retain people more easily. Well, one of the core things, people don't normally talk about joy at work, although it's becoming a little more prevalent because burnout's such a big thing right now. And so joyful workplaces have 51% less turnover. That's massive, massive. And they have 125% less burnout, which seems to be disease du jour right now. And so if you create a joyful workplace, it transforms everything. In fact, it helps you create a positive culture as well. It helps you retain staff and it helps them adapt to change. But more of that later. So one tip where you can create a more joyful workplace is I've taken from my wonderful best friend, ex-husband, Ken Wright, in his amazing book, The People Pill, is to have what he called, coffee chats, but I call them happiness chats. And so the happiness chat is just where once a month you pick one of your direct reports or a team member. If you've got a bazillion team members, you can't do it with everybody, but you can do it with your direct reports. You just go and have a coffee and you chat to them. What's going right? What's not going right? How can I help you? How can I support you? What do you need to do? Is there anything you want to do to grow and develop? It's a connection moment where people actually feel that you care about them and you're interested in their growth and development. And you create that heart-to-heart connection that's missing so much. People don't even talk on the phone anymore. They rather text. And so we're becoming disconnected up the wazoo. So happiness chats, great idea. So how are we going to create a positive work culture? Well, one of the most amazing and simple things that you can do is to create a culture of gratitude. Gratitude underpins just about every positive emotion on the planet. And the next time you have a staff meeting, let them all know that you're going to be incorporating a new ritual. Every single staff meeting, you will start off with everyone answering the question, what's the thing you're most grateful that's happened since we last met? What's the thing you're most grateful for since we last met? And by the way, it's a great thing to do with your children around the dinner table every night. When you do this at a staff meeting, what you'll find is it transforms the culture of the meetings and really has a significant impact on the culture of your organization. And then the third thing was, how do we get people to adapt to change? Well, that's a much more internal thing. And 95 to 99% of the time, we're literally unconscious of what it is that we're thinking. And we now know that stress does not make people sick. Of course, if it's physiological stress, it has a direct impact. But most of what we perceive as stress doesn't make us sick. It's what we believe about stress that makes us sick or not. And so when it comes to adapting to change, it's how people perceive change, how they believe in themselves as to their ability to adapt to change. And so that's much more of a process of observing your thoughts and helping others observe their thoughts so that they can then make conscious choices to look at what's going on in a different way. But anyway, this was just a really short video, but it's turned into a much longer one now. And so I hope that helps. And there's much more detail in the ebook, Creating Joyful Cultures. And if you're interested in booking me for a workshop or a keynote, it's amandagore.com and my email's amanda@amandagore.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks. Bye.
Always look on the bright side of life.